The media did not make Donald Trump, and they can't destroy him. But the media thinks, and when I say media, let me define ABC, CBS, NBC, New York Times, Washington Post, USA Today, LA Times, that cadre. They have a formula, they have a blueprint for destroying Republican political officials they don't like. It's not going to work on Trump. He doesn't fit that mold. They're trying to every day. It's kind of comical to watch.
What's up, everybody? Osiris here, stuck in the middle, and I'm experimenting with this channel. First of all, thank you if you're watching this. Obviously, this channel is in its infancy, and I'm experimenting with different type of videos. And right now, I want to get something up to react to a news story. Some of the videos I do take a little bit of time to edit, and when you look at some of the great YouTubers out there, like Meet Kevin or Tim Pool or others, they're able to get videos out there without much editing. Quick, efficient. Let's talk about it. So I'm experimenting with that. And the story that is really interesting to me is I listened to Rush Limbaugh, and there was a sobering moment on his show where this is not a joke. So a lot of the reasons people don't like Rush Limbaugh is he always sees where the line is, and he'll cross it just a little bit, cross over that line where it pisses people off, but not enough where he loses all his sponsorship. He might lose some, but not all. He's still there, keeps his name relevant. This is not that. This is not for that. This is real talk. This is not a joke here. Let me quote Rush Limbaugh. If you're not listening to different news sources, assuming you're into news, if you're listening to the show, probably you are into politics news, you're doing yourself a disservice. I think you've got to listen to everything from NPR, Bill Maher, to Rush Limbaugh, right wing. You got to listen to everything. YouTubers, you got to be open-minded and challenge yourself. But here's Rush. I actually think, and I've referenced this, I've alluded to this a couple times because I've seen others allude to this. I actually think we're trending towards secession, Rush Limbaugh said. I see more and more people asking, what in the world do we have in common with the people who live in, say, New York? What is there that makes us believe that there's enough of us there even to have a chance at winning New York, especially if you're talking about votes? I'm going to stop for a second. He's thinking about the country. How are Republicans going to win a popular vote again? We might be kind of scarred because they've lost 2 out of the last 3 popular votes, but I don't see that trending elsewhere. I continue. There cannot be a peaceful coexistence of 2 completely different theories of life, theories of government, theories of how we manage our affairs. He continued. We can't be in this dire of a conflict without something giving somewhere along the way. I know that there's a sizable and growing sentiment for people who believe that that is where we're heading, whether we want to or not. Rush said, I still haven't given up the idea that we are the majority and that all we have to do is find a way to unite and win. This is a serious conversation that we have to have. We are in the middle of a media crisis. I'm doing a series of videos called the 2020 Civil War. And the media crisis is actually the next video I'm working on. And I might have to rebrand that based on the new YouTube rules and regulations there. I just feel like they'll probably downtrend the video, even if it does get some momentum. So, but the next video in that series is on the media. And the media's approach to this right now is to ignore it. And they don't talk about it. They rarely talk about it. If they do talk about it, it's in a condescending manner to the possibility of it. Basically, the media's left speaking down on anybody who would be thinking this way. And it's just completely harmful. Think about a relationship. That's all this country is. It's just a big-ass relationship. And have you ever been in any relationship where there's something bothering you, there's some beef in your head, in her head, whoever your partner is, you don't talk about it, and that helps the relationship? That's not going to work. So Twitter can block the Hunter Biden story. They can block this video on YouTube. They can block discussions on secession or civil war. But that doesn't change reality. It only makes it worse. You wonder how people go to conspiracy theories like QAnon. Why? That's someone who is vulnerable because they don't trust what they see. I don't trust. I do not trust. I do listen just to keep up. It's painful now, though, to the major networks. I don't trust any of them. And you look at this story, we have to have talks. This is no different than a marriage. if you look at both ends of the spectrum, this end of the spectrum, we come together as a country. We don't agree on everything, but things are done in a more civil manner, and you don't have as much gridlock, and you wouldn't have 18 states joining a lawsuit to overturn an election. That's this end of the spectrum. This end of the spectrum is divorce, secession, whatever that looks like. Which, along that line, where are we closer? If you had to put money on it, it's a no-brainer. We're closer to divorce than makeup. I mean, we're trending this way. Whether you think we're down here or over here, there's no question we're trending that way, right? So the point of this whole video is, let's not make fun of this. I think if we talk about this more, if the media was talking about this, the ramifications of it, what would it look like? Pros and cons. Think this through. Is this what you really want? What are the alternatives? Can we fix this? That would be so meaningful. And right now we don't have those conversations. This is for real. This is that intervention. This is that moment where we need leaders. I'm looking at anyone. I'm not focused on politicians. Anyone to be a thought leader, a leader, to say, let's talk about this. This is that talk where you have to sit down with your significant other and say, you know what? Turn off the TV, turn off your phone real quick. I got something on my mind. We got to talk about this. Thanks for listening. Take care.